Hi friend, today we're talking about Ghost Ship. A marine salvage crew is told about a ship that is adrift in the Bering Sea by a weather service pilot named Jack Ferryman. The crew, headed by Captain Sean Murphy, sets out to retrieve the ship. On board, they find the unexpected as they begin experiencing supernatural events. Directed by Steve Beck, written by Mark Hanlon and John Pogue, starring Julianna Margulies, Gabriel Byrne, Ron Eldard, Desmond Harrington, Isaiah Washington, Karl Urban, and Emily Browning. Julianna Margulies plays Epps. She's meant to be the lead, but it was kind of hard to connect with her here. Her claim to fame was on ER. She spent 6 seasons playing Dr. Carol Hathaway. I wasn't much of a fan of hers on that show, and I'm not much of a fan of her on this either. Personally, I think she's mediocre at best in this role. Margulies has had much better roles on other shows. She was great on The Sopranos as Julianna in 4 episodes in season 6. This movie, she's outshined in every scene she's in, especially by Emily Browning, who plays Katie, a young girl who, slight spoiler, is a ghost that reveals herself to Epps. Browning went on to appear in a series of Unfortunate Events, The Uninvited, and Zack Snyder's Sucker Punch. She only has a few scenes, but she steals focus by out-acting those opposite her. Gabriel Byrne plays Captain Murphy. Byrne is a great actor in appearing in The Usual Suspects and Hereditary, but here he kind of feels like he's just getting a paycheck. It feels like there should have been more with his character, but it was cut back. What scenes he has are interesting story-wise. Ron Eldard as Dodge and Karl Urban as Munder are probably the most fun part of the movie. Since this movie, Urban has become a pretty big star. This was released a few months before Lord of the Rings: Two Towers, where he played Aramir, and has had roles in Doom, J.J. Abrams' Star Trek franchise, and Thor Ragnarok, as well as more recently in Amazon's The Boys as Billy Butcher. Eldard has a great career since the early 90s. He's appeared on ER with Margulies, Deep Impact, Super 8, and one of my favorites, Sleepers. Both Eldard and Urban bring levity to the movie, and they play well off each other. Isaiah Washington feels kind of wasted here. It's almost like they needed the pessimist character that wasn't one of the other characters. He's probably the most forgettable. He's not necessarily bad in the role, it's just a forgettable character. Washington is probably most well known for his role on Grey's Anatomy as Dr. Preston Burke. Desmond Harrington plays Jack Ferryman. This was the first thing that I had ever seen him in. He's had smaller roles in flicks in the early 2000s, like Boiler Room, Riding Cars with Boys, and We Were Soldiers. He went on to have a great career with a main role on Dexter as Detective Joseph Quinn. I think he's one of the few here that are actually trying to make a good movie in the main cast. I really liked this movie. It was dumb fun, and for what amounts to basically a haunted house movie that takes place on a 40-year-old cruise ship, it is what it is. Other than the opening, there's maybe like 2 cool looking kills. The rest are either off-screen or kinda lame. While I really didn't like Margulies' character, it was Karl Urban and Ron Eldard's characters that kept me interested with the silly comedic stuff they did. And even with its negatives, I still get enjoyment watching it. Unfortunately, director Steve Beck stopped making movies after the release of this, which is kind of a bummer as this movie and his previous film 13 Ghosts weren't that bad. I don't think they did amazing in theaters, but I think since then, these movies have found their audience. Many critics bashed Ghost Ship, and I'm assuming most of them just wanted to use lame boating and water jokes to trash the movie. This isn't an art film, it's a goofy horror movie. It creates a great atmosphere, but sometimes it's unable to pull off most of the scares. But I would recommend it, especially if you like schlocky horror movies, because this is it. It doesn't break new ground, but it's still pretty fun. Have you seen this? Did you like it? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.
Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, check out one of these videos.